if you want to build a sustainable company, have sustainable growth, you should have a bigger vision and understand it. Yeah, we did a great project with Aloe Blacc, where we made him sing in 5 different languages, given that he speaks only English. Don't be afraid of AI, it's already there. Try it, understand what's possible and not possible with the technology.
Welcome to another episode of AllAboutAI.com exclusive interview series. Today, we have Margarita Grubina, the Vice President of Business Growth at Respeecher. We'll be exploring her journey, the challenges she has faced, her work in AI voice technology, and her vision for the future of AI in media. Let's get started.
Yeah, so I've been working in business development, I think more than 6 years now. And I've been working in a company that was providing outsourcing services for other different companies. So basically, I've worked as a business development manager, but I was working not in that particular company that hired me, but I was working in like marketing agency. Then there was an app that would help you, your business, to help your employees find a parking slot in New York City. Then I was working for another startup that was helping to set up beehives on skyscrapers because it's good for like ecology. So there were so many different things and industries where I used to work. So I got a lot of different experience working with sales managers, seeing how the sales process structure is basically handled in different companies. So when I came to Respeecher, I had enough experience basically to set up these like sales operations and sales process, because before I joined Respeecher, we had our CEO Alex, and that's it. He was doing sales. We had a lot of incoming requests. We didn't have anything other than that at all. And we started hiring salespeople. So we had to set up this process from the very beginning. I was working closely with Alex to make it happen, basically. Yeah, I would say I remember that moment when we released our product. It's called Voice Marketplace, and it's basically a library of voices that we provide to users. At the moment, it's easy to use, but back in the days, it was quite a challenge because our models were working in the way where we needed to train them on the data of the voice that we're cloning, but also on the data of the input voice. So basically, anyone who would like to use it would have to send us like 60-minute recording, which should be like very good quality, which is not what people usually record at home. And the main challenge was to actually get that recording from a user who wants to beta test our product. But why I would say it's a key moment in our strategy, because it leads us now to the place where we are at, where we have this platform where we adding not only just voices of voice donors to our voice marketplace, but also some celebrity voices are joining our platform. And for our future development and our future strategy, that was a key moment when we started building the platform, because now this platform is being used by individual users, by some indie game developers, indie producers, but as well, it's being used by really big production studios or podcasters or any just people who do content creation. Yeah, so from the very beginning, our main goal was to make synthetic voice a reality for Hollywood productions. That was not the case back in the days, and we just wanted to make it at the quality that will be accepted by Hollywood sound engineers. We made it in 2019. It was our first project with Lucasfilm, and we're working with them since then. That was the thing that we started with. But also, another main idea that we had from the very beginning is that we have to make things in the right way, so to not harm anyone, because obviously such technology can be dangerous if it falls into wrong hands. There can be some deepfakes created that can influence people to do things they wouldn't do without seeing this like video or message or anything. So our another goal from the very beginning was to make things ethically. We always get permission from the voice owners when we clone a voice. We have 0 cases of misuse of our technology for the 6 years we've been operating. So that was another thing that we really wanted to be in the industry, basically. I think it's important to understand that this technology, the AI technology is already here, and they will be here moving forward. So they are not going anywhere. It's impossible to cancel AI now. But AI will be regulated moving forward. There are some regulations in place already. There will be other regulations that will be introduced. And that's a very important thing to keep in mind when you're building an AI company, because first, you want to stay on the good side of things. Second, you don't want to close your company when there are some regulations implemented and you just cannot operate anymore. So it's very important to, from the very beginning, to understand, to have this bigger vision, to not have this idea to get as many users as you want, or to get your first 1,000 users at any cost. But if you want to build a sustainable company, have sustainable growth, you should have a bigger vision and understand that, okay, like Respeecher did basically, okay, we can allow any user clone, any voice right now. But what we'll have in 5 years or 10 years from now? Will there be regulations? Will it be allowed or not? How it will impact the society? And if you want to build a good company for long term and not just get 1,000 users and that's it, it's very important to understand those things and patterns in the society. Yeah, so I wouldn't say that we ever had a mission to transform the industry or change the industry. Our mission is to help do different things, help do things easier, and help do impossible things. So, for example, if we are talking about, I don't know, ADR sessions that actors usually hate, or they are unavailable for it, and the production needs to schedule them for these ADR sessions. It's a lot of different logistics that you could just avoid having this technology. It's not replacing someone, basically. It's helping an actor to do things they don't want to do or they cannot do due to their schedule or something. But then it's also about doing impossible things, like de-aging Mark Hamill for Luke Skywalker, who appears in The Mandalorian, or bringing back Elvis on stage during America's Got Talent, or things like that. You do things with AI that were impossible without AI, basically. It boosts the creativity levels a lot. And given that results of such projects as we did, for example, we did a hologram of Vince Lombardi. We helped to do the hologram of Vince Lombardi. Obviously, we just did the voice for the Super Bowl opening. It got so many impressions. I think it got more than 2 billion impressions online. So it's impacting, it's boosting creativity, helping make things easier. At the same time, we understand, and we've been always fans of people's talents. And I personally don't think that AI is at that level that can replace human performance or human emotion, really, because humans are best in terms of emotions and we cannot do anything about it. Yeah, I would say that Respeecher is the most ethical Hollywood quality voice technology. And what that means for us is that, as I already said, we have 0 cases of misuse of our technology, and we do a lot to make things done ethically. We require permission to clone a voice. We access the evaluate the impact of the project before we do the project. Even if there is a client who wants to do project, they have permission from voice actor or voice owner. They have money, they have budget, they have everything. Sometimes we'll decline the project because we don't think that this is a good project to use AI for, or this is some kind of a joke or prank or anything like that. This is not what this technology should be used for. Otherwise, we are falling into this black hole of deepfakes and manipulation of reality, basically. And then Hollywood quality. As I said, we've been always focused on that. We put quality first. We have a large team of sound engineers who've been working on Hollywood projects, on AAA games, who understand the industry from the other side. And we are very client-centric, I would say. We want to help our clients release their production project. And this is like our first goal. We are not after like number of users basically on our platform. We are after great projects, good impact, and something like more significant, I would say. Yeah, so we're very grateful for Cannes Festival and Cannes Next for inviting us for many years already, and Google as well. Google is helping a lot Ukrainian startups at the moment. As you know, we're based in Ukraine. I'm at the moment in our Kyiv office, and there is a program that is called Google for Startups that is helping Ukrainian startups keep their operations, for example, or get some connections or implement into Google infrastructure to support the IT sector of Ukraine. And again, very grateful for those opportunities and for all the help that they are doing. I think it's not our goal to be visible at many cool events just to be there, talk to people, buy some advertisements or anything. Our idea was to go to these events to educate people on the fact that this technology exists. This is what you can do with this. This is what other companies might do in this space, for example. This is what you should be aware of before you're using technology. So I would say even now, going to Cannes Festival or any other conference I go to, my first goal is to educate people in the industry on what is possible with the technology at all, what we as a company can help them with, and what they should consider before using AI. We have requests like that from time to time. I would say every week, a couple of requests like that. And then we've been also talking to some companies, some startups that are formed around this idea of bringing voices back of people who passed away. There are some things that we need to consider. So first, it's not always possible to do that because we need audio recordings of those people in good quality to make it work. And in many cases, it's not possible to do at all. And second thing is ethics again. What impact it will have on the people actually? Will they be able to grieve and to move on with their life, or will it handle them back or something? There are so many things to consider. I don't think, and I don't remember, I think no, we didn't deliver any project like that. So we bring voices from the past, but for other projects, we had a great project where we recreated the voice of Manolo, who was a famous commentator for Puerto Rico for the basketball team. Their basketball team got to the Olympics, the last one, not this one, and they wanted to bring this voice back. Obviously, there was a family who heard the voice. They were very touched. We have this video on our website where his daughter is crying because he heard the voice of her father, but I don't think it will be healthy for her to hear it every time or to talk to this voice all the time. There are so many questions to consider. I'm not a psychologist myself, not a doctor in this space. I don't know what exactly it should be. I'm sure there are some studies, so there will be some studies in that regard, but we didn't do any project like this as for now. Yeah, so there are many things. You brought up Sonantic. I think it was acquired by Spotify, and they have shifted their strategy to be focused mostly on Spotify things. For Descript, they also focused on a bit different audience that we are, and they provide text-to-speech solutions as well as video and audio editing, which we don't do at all. So one of the things that differentiates Respeecher from many companies in the space is that our core technology is speech-to-speech. For many reasons, one of them is that it requires real human performance, but at the same time, it delivers the most natural performance and naturalness of the results. We do have text-to-speech solutions now, but still our main technology is speech-to-speech, which many providers don't have. The other thing is the quality of the output. Okay. For us, our outputs, our audio files that we generate are being used by Disney, by Sony, by Netflix, by so many other high demand productions that require the best quality in the market. And the other thing is ethics. We don't allow people to clone any voices they would like to. We don't allow people to create deepfakes of, I don't know, Joe Biden or Kamala Harris or Taylor Swift. Everyone hears about those cases. Yeah. With our technology, it's just impossible to do because we do train AI models on our end. So we require some material from those voices, and then our team will be working on that. So we're doing this. Every project is like other case. It's done case by case. Mm-hmm. There is no automated solution for our users to clone any voice they would like. That is a great question. So on our platform, Voice Marketplace, we have implemented moderation that flags everything that is potentially controversial. So, and it states in our terms of use that we don't allow any political, racist, sexual, or violent content. There is a list, but generally potentially controversial content. We have automated moderation, and then we have human review. So if there is something that is potentially dangerous, sometimes people will be banned automatically. If it's not that dangerous, it will be reviewed by a human. We will send notification to this user that, okay, it seems you are violating our rules. Probably that's a mistake, so please don't do it again. And then we ban users, obviously, if they are violating our rules. I would say it's not difficult to position Respeecher because we already have some strong sides of Respeecher. We are very well aware of them, and we are not changing them like every month or every year or so. We're quite stable as a company, so it makes this market positioning much easier. And then, yeah, I would say that's it. We have clients who trust us. We have voice owners, IP owners who trust us. We already established this position in the market, and we keep doing things ethically and things in the way that we consider being the right way. So at the moment we already have so many synthetic voice solutions. We started with speech-to-speech and that's it, but now we have also text-to-speech. We can do cross-lingual voice cloning when we can make you speak Ukrainian, for example. We have real-time solutions, so we can like change your voice to a female voice, or to my voice right now during this call. We have accent conversion features that are also working in real time. There are so many different things we already have, and we already expanded to many other industries. So when you think about entertainment alone, we started with feature films. Now we do TV shows, audiobook, podcasts. We work with YouTubers. We work with influencers. We've worked in gaming. We work in so many things within entertainment industry. But then we also expanded to e-learning, for example. We work with coaches, instructors, trainers who deliver their courses. We work with corporates sometimes when they need to scale a voice of their CEO, for example. We work in the healthcare industry, helping people who undergone laryngectomy to have their voice back, or to have a good recognizable voice, because sometimes the people who undergone laryngectomy, they go through larynx removal and then they use electrolarynx, and one of the problems they have actually is that all of those electrolarynx solutions devices, they have the same voice. So if you have multiple people in the room who use electrolarynx, it's impossible to understand who is talking at the moment. And that's a terrible thing even to imagine, but some people have to live through it, so we're helping them. Respeecher is being used for cybersecurity. We do anonymizations for people, for victims, for example. We do penetration testing to understand the vulnerabilities of some systems. So we already expanded to so many things. We have solutions for call centers, as we have real-time accent change. And I think there is so much room for AI voices in the future as well. So any like chatbot can be talking to you if you have some issues with your site, for example, you need that. There are opportunities in automotive. There are opportunities in electronics manufacturer. So the expansion can be unlimited. Yeah, so as I said at the very beginning, we've been focused on quality. We have a team of sound professionals who work on those models along with machine learning engineers. So basically, it works because of these combinations of professional people. We have a team who is talking to clients, understands their needs, and explains how the technology works and what is possible to expect from the technology. What if clients send us some material that is not suitable according to our requirements, we will explain it to them. We will explain what are the risks having that, what our model can produce and cannot produce. After that, we have a team of machine learning engineers and then sound engineers who will be training those models and listening to those models and retraining, redoing many things all the time to make sure we have this perfect sound. And then once it's approved by client, we also go through a client approval step because, as I said, we're very client focused. And after that, again, our team of sound engineers will be working on the actual audio that will be used in the final mix, for example. Or our team will be providing training to our client on how to use our tool and how to get the best possible results out of it. Yeah, we did a great project with Aloe Blacc. Where we made him sing in 5 different languages, given that he speaks only English. So yeah, our technology can work with singing for sure. It might be more complicated to make it work, but again, we have a team of sound engineers to listen to it, to make sure it's tuned enough, well enough, and also. As we have this team of sound engineers, most of them are musicians themselves. So if we have an office party, everyone is playing some instruments. We have a double bass actually right here in this room. So, so it's like they wanted to make it work with singing. Yeah. We do speech to speech, meaning we have input as an audio and input as an audio in a different voice. We do text to speech where you can type in text and get audio out of it. We have cross-lingual, meaning that, for example, if I record something in Ukrainian, then we can apply your voice on top, and which will result in the outcome where you are speaking Ukrainian. Or vice versa, doesn't matter. We can do accent change. So there are models that can change accent in real time where I can speak into the microphone and sound with like perfect British accent instead of my a bit Slavic one. There are real-time solutions in general where you can speak into the microphone and sound as a different person, which is also being used by some transgender people because they reached out to us themselves saying that they've been bullied online because of their voice, and this is not the voice that suits their personality. So we have given them this solution with real-time voice change where they can pick the voice that is more suitable for their personality at the moment. And we have near real-time text to speech, which is working well for these chatbots and things like that. Yeah, for sure. So first of all, we never use clients' data to train our models or to train any internal models or any models of other clients. So if you provide us with data for a project, your only model that will be used for a project will be fed with that data. The other thing is, again, we always require permission from the voice owner to do the project. And in this case, look, there are like 3 parties to be involved in each project. So there is an IP owner who gives their permission to clone their voice. They give permission to content producer, to production company, to anyone who is actually our client, basically. So the client owns all the deliverables that are made with this model within this project. And then we, as Respeecher, we are just a technology provider, so we don't have permission from the voice owner to use their voice. So we hold this model as a technology, but we are not able to produce anything new with it, as well as we are not authorized to use any data that was provided to us by the client. So in this case, when the project is done, we get confirmation from our client that they don't need this AI model for any future projects, and then we remove all the data and the model itself. But sometimes it happens, if there is a TV series and they are done with season 1, but they're waiting for season 2, they will ask us to keep the model until they have data to do season 2, basically. So basically, when we work on a project, we receive data from our clients. So for example, if there is Lucasfilm, they want to do Mark Hamill's voice, they will provide us with material of Mark Hamill's voice, and we will train our model on that. If there is any other studio that also needs Mark Hamill, they will need to provide us with their data for the voice of Mark Hamill. So we cannot use the same model of the same voice for 2 projects. And then for our voice marketplace, we have voice donors. All of the voices you hear on the marketplace are voices of real people who sold the rights to their voice to Respeecher, and they were very well aware of how these voices will be used about the platform. Many of them were recording this in our studio here in the office. So we were in contact with those people. We got data from them, or sometimes we recorded it ourselves in our office. They came here, drank some coffee with us, we discussed how it will all work, and they recorded it in our recording studio. That is actually a great question. I think we gathered a lot of feedback during marketplace development, but that was, we actually went on this one-on-one calls with beta testers, or sometimes with users later on. We just proposed them to have this call and understand what they can or cannot do, how we're helping them. Then, as I said, we're very client-centric. So with our B2B clients, we're always in contact. We're talking to them constantly. Which means we're talking to like sound producers all the time, for example, or to post-production managers, producers, coordinators, who are telling us how it works for them, who are telling us how their workflows work. So we see how better implement Respeecher in their workflow and what features might be helpful for them. I think one of the features that was implemented on Marketplace because of clients' feedback, it was pitch correction feature. When sometimes you get output that doesn't match the pitch really, or your input was recorded like very high pitched and the model produces some weird results. So we implemented this pitch correction feature, but actually we're always open to some custom development for our B2B clients. So recently we had a project where we set up our models on client servers because they needed it for many reasons. One of them was data security, another one was faster turnaround, etc. So we're open to that for some trusted clients with whom we're working for many years. Now, and there can be many things. So sometimes clients come to us and say, we need the model to be working in I don't know, in Slovakian language. We'll train a Slovakian model for them to make it work for their project. Or they will say we need some particular feature that will help us do some time control for text-to-speech. And we will be developing that per their project. So for B2B clients, we're always open to any custom development that will help them make their life easier, basically, as we always do at Respeecher. Yeah, that's a great question. So I would say we see 3 main trends in the industry at the moment. So that first would be awareness. Everyone is aware that AI exists, finally. We couldn't say this like 6 years ago when we started, but now everyone is aware that there are AI tools in the space. The second trend would be adoption. So people start using AI tools in their work, in their personal life, everywhere. Because again, you come to Cannes Festival like 2-3 years ago and people will be saying, what? AI voice cloning? What's that? now people will be saying, okay, how do I use it in production? How do I use it in production so I use it correctly, ethically, I don't hurt anyone, and it will help me in my workflow. So it's this narrative shifted completely from like we don't know what it is and we fear it, to how do we use it in the right way. And then the third trend that is evolving right now is regulation. Regulations, there are some regulations that are being implemented at the moment and that will be implemented sooner or later. We hope that sooner, to avoid more deepfakes of Biden or something. But that will be the trend in the AI industry for the next couple of years. Oh, for those who want to join this industry, I would say it's very important to meet people and talk a lot to people to understand what exactly they are doing and what will help them. If you have an idea of the solution, find a few people from the industry and talk to them and understand if that's needed for them at all, or what would they need instead of that. Still, as our core technology is speech to speech, we require these inputs like source voice, who will be an actor or a singer or whoever, but that will be a human. And that approach gives us the most natural and good sounding results and allows us to provide the best quality to our customers. And again, I don't think that AI is able to understand those emotional states sometimes, because like imagine that you're working with like text-to-speech solution and there are some emotions you can choose from. You're like, I want it to sound like upbeat, I want it to sound happy, I want it to sound sad, I want it to sound angry. Humans can be like happy and angry at the same time, or I don't know, sad but at the same time something else. For AI it's difficult to understand such like shades of emotions, but again, it's evolving, it's learning on what we give it for learning. So and AI cannot evolve without learning on what we give it. So basically all the AI models we have now are trained on human, on something that was humanly produced. If we don't produce anything new, how will AI learn something new, right? Yeah, for sure. So don't be afraid of AI. It's already there. Try it, understand what's possible and not possible with the technology. So the best way to stop fearing something is to learn about it and to understand it better. So try it, understand if it fits your needs, understand what it can and cannot do, understand when it will fit your needs, understand also it's important to understand what threats are going with the technology so you can protect yourself and your family from any potentially bad things that can be made with AI or synthetic voice.
Nice talking to you. Thank you so much for your time, Margarita. It's been great discussing Respeecher and of course your insight that really helped us for our audience to learn more about AI industry. And we're excited to see how your platform continues to shape the AI voice technology industry. Thank you so much.
Sure. Thank you too. Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Okay, bye.